Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group X. Today will we be presenting a material entitled Principle of Language Assessment. Before we begin our discussion, allow me to introduce the member of our groups and Puan Maharani as the moderator, Intan Eka Marani as the second speaker, and Ayu Oliviananda as the final speaker. Alright, with our further ado, let's move on to the first part of presentation. First material, principle of language assessment. Language assessment is an important part of the language learning process. Its main process is to measure student ability, progress, and learning outcomes. There are five key principles in language assessment: validity, reliability, practicality, authenticity, and aspects. Next, material validity. Validity refers to the extent to which a test actually measure what it is supposed to measure. If a test aims to assess speaking ability, it must evaluate speaking skill, not reading or grammar. Types of validity. And 1. Content validity. The test content matches the material taught. And 2. Construct validity. The test truly measures the intended skill. And 3. Vice validity. The test appears reasonable and appropriate to student and teacher. Example, speaking test that asks students to have an cooperation demonstrates good validity because it truly measures speaking ability. Okay, the next material, Intan Eka Maharani.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the moderator. My name is Intan Eka Maharani, NPM 04, and I want to explain about reliability. Okay, reliability means the test produces consistent result when repeated under the same conditions. A reliability test yields stable scores even when taken at different times or graded by different raters. Okay, ways to improve reliability. The first, use clear scoring rubrics, and the second one is give identical instruction to all tests, and the last, ensure equal time and testing conditions. For the example, if two teachers assign nearly the same score to the same pitch of writing, the test is considered reliable. Next, practicality. Practicality refers to how easily and efficiently a test can be designed, administered, and scored in terms of time, cost, and researches. Characteristic of a practical test. The first is easy to prepare and administer, and then does not require excessive cost or effort, and then simple to grade and manage. For the example, an online test with automatic scoring is highly practical because it saves time and researches. Okay, next, authenticity. Authenticity means that the test reflects real-life language use. Students are required to use language as they would in actual communication. For the example of authentic tests, writing an email to a friend, listening to real-life conversation, performing role plays in everyday situations. The benefits of authenticity. Authentic tests motivate students and produce results that are more meaningful and applicable to real life.
The next material by me, Agil Fernanda. Wasback. Definition: Wasback refers to the influence of tests on teaching and learning. This influence can be positive or negative. Goals: to design assessment that produce positive effect on learning and teaching. Positive Wasback encourages teacher to teach more meaningful, motivates students to study actively. Negative Wasback, teacher only focus on test material. Students study only to pass the exam, not to understand language. Summary of principles. 1. Validity. I got this to measure what it is supposed to measure. Example, a speaking test is used to assess students' speaking ability. 2. Reliability. A test should give consistent and fair result every time it is given. Example, two teachers give almost the same score for the same writing. 3. Practicality. A test should be easy to conduct, score, and not too expensive. Example, an online test with automatic scoring save time and effort. 4. Authenticity. A test should reflect real life language use. Example, writing an email, having a conversation, or doing a role play in daily situation. 5. Washback. A good test should have a positive effect on teaching and learning. Example, students feel more motivated to learn in meaningful ways. Closing, a good language assessment should balance validity, reliability, practicality, authenticity, and washback. I will decide test not only evaluates learning but also promotes meaningful learning experience. A good test not only measure learning, it inspires learning. Thank you.